Hello everyone, and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today, April 28th, 2025, we're taking an in-depth look at Litecoin, symbol CUSD. We'll be diving into the latest news surrounding Litecoin and then diving deep into the chart data. First, let's look at some recent news headlines. According to Twitter, there's a lot of talk about a busy blockchain being a happy blockchain. Forbes is discussing Litecoin news, and there's even a rumor about a spot Litecoin ETF gaining traction. Canary's spot Litecoin ETF application has been acknowledged by the SEC, potentially leading to mass adoption. All this positive news could be bullish for LTCUSD. Now, let's move on to the technical analysis of the LTCUSD daily chart. Looking at the overall trend, we've seen Litecoin experience some volatility over the past year. Let's narrow in on more recent candles to better see recent price action, starting from the beginning of 2025. We can see some interesting action from the beginning of 2025, where LTC was near the 105 range and had a big swing up to 130 in early February, and then a huge dump to around 55 in August of 2024. Now, it's currently hovering around 83. Now, let's switch over to the 1-hour chart for a closer look at more recent price action. Switching to the 1-hour chart, we can see a more granular view of Litecoin's price movements. We can see much more recent price action, which we can use to make more short-term predictions. There are potential support levels forming around $82 and $80, while resistance could be found near $85 and $88. Zooming in further to the 15-minute chart, we can identify even shorter-term trading opportunities. We can see the price attempting to consolidate and head towards a more steady upward trend. For very short-term trades, keep an eye on potential breakouts above $84.50, which could signal a move towards $85. Conversely, a break below $83.50 might indicate further downside towards $83 or even $82. Overall, Litecoin is at an interesting point. The positive news surrounding a potential ETF and regulatory acceptance could provide significant upward momentum in the long term. However, in the short term, the price action appears more uncertain and susceptible to volatility. To recap, key price levels to watch are $80 and $82 as support and $85 and $88 as resistance. A sustained break above $90 on the daily chart could signal a longer-term bullish trend, while a drop below $75 would raise concerns. Ultimately, keep an eye on the news and how the market reacts. An SEC approval of a Litecoin ETF would likely send the price soaring, making the $100 or even $120 price targets very likely. However, negative news could trigger a sell-off. Thanks for watching Explain the Charts. Remember to do your own research and happy trading.